has perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Rolling to his left. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Basham brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On play action, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. Hines. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now Allen. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
On 1st down, it's Hines, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run with Hines. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Shifts past him at the 45. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They run the counter. Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Allen. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the 1st down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Hines. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. The Chiefs will use the 1st of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Let's go, defense. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. McKenzie now from his end zone. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Escaping the pressure right. First down and more for Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and 4. Now Allen. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Allen. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17.
People often refer to him by his exotic nickname, but Tyrann Mathieu, a career-high 6 interceptions in 2020. And with his instincts, 4 of them were off of tip balls. Named an all-pro safety for the 3rd time, he just adds to his total.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. McKenzie now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 4 yards remain for second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. On first down, it's Hines. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Hines. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 56 yards. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Carlos Basham in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They go play fake. Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Now it's Hines. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Throwing is Allen on third. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. A dump down to McKinnon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Mahomes firing complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. 15.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, a dump down to McKinnon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about
and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown on the season, and the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And that's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Allen going to keep this one himself. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain there for the Bills. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he gets it down to the 32. 174 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now. He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 60 yards.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second down, McKinnon. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. They run once more with McKinnon. And boy, that hole closed quickly, and I don't think McKinnon got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now Mahomes got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown! Jerick McKinnon. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Buffalo, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.